Greetings, watchers of the multiverse. Welcome to the Truthful Truth, bringing you the truth about the world you see. I'm your host, as always, Truth. I have an extraordinary show for you today, for we have Luke Ward.
What the?
How you doing here, Luke?
What is this?
This is the Truthful Truth.
Where are you? What? Is this some sort of god thing?
I suppose you could call it a god thing, and that might technically be correct. In a way, I'm the entity of truth.
Got it. So I ask you questions.
No, I ask you questions.
Oh, great.
It's for them,
The worst part.
the watchers.
Oh, there's nothing there.
Well, if I say there is, you can see the camera right there and the microphone right here.
Okay. So this is some random magician, and I'm getting punked.
No. Well, I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to answer them. You can't leave until I tell you you can. And...
Okay. Yeah.
It's that simple.
Then when do we begin?
Well, we began. I already did the intro. You weren't here for that part. But now you are. I usually have a list of questions in front of me, but I'm just going to wing it today.
How professional of you.
No one ever said I was professional. Least of all me. Shut up, Belief. You didn't hear that. Well, let's start. First of all, as a little background question, what got you into initially being a bounty hunter?
You could call it as close to a family thing as I have. Why am I answering this?
Because if you don't, you can't leave.
Okay. I don't like this.
Very few do. Interestingly, Harvey was quite nice. I'm in character.
So it was, I was sort of raced into it. My mentor was the one who raised me, and he was already a part of this bounty hunter system.
And so, long story short.
He taught me, and yeah. It's fun from there.
Alright. Big question, somewhat out of the gate. What do you see in Becca? I don't get it. I'm unsure if anyone else does too.
It's hard to describe. Aside from anything else, she's, I don't know, just the prettiest girl in the world.
That's what they always say.
Define they? Is that...
I don't mean her specifically, but they always say, oh, they're the prettiest girl in the world. And then, well, in my experience, it's very rarely much deeper than that.
There's other things, too. I tend to like how assertive she is.
She certainly is. She was on the show previously. Well...
That would have gone poorly.
It did, I would say.
She doesn't exactly, I don't know, fit into things like this.
Unfortunately, she's important to certain parts of the grand story, and that's pretty much who I talk to.
Oh yeah, that is unfortunate for everyone involved, isn't it?
And you, because why do you think you're here? Next question. Why did you make that deal with the darkness?
Well, there was no other way I could have touched the shadows. They were
simple?
Incorporeal, yeah. Had to figure out some way to save Becca.
And it did work. At least for a long time.
Yeah, there's no end to the conflict, it would seem.
The burden that your lives and the story you're within give you. What sort of things does the darkness ask you to do?
Surveillance mainly, which is weird. Occasionally it'll send me on hits, but it hasn't sent me anywhere in a while.
Interesting. Next, I would say important question, but also it's a bit in flux. How do you feel about the plan to get into the office?
It is
I thought that seems to be a reoccurring opinion.
It is poorly conceived, rash, and very short sighted. It will only cause misfortune for us in any term, including the short term. It's a bad idea in all respects.
Most likely. Most likely. And not that I particularly care what happens to all of you, but, well, mortals getting into the office is a big deal. And can cause problems for other things going on.
What doesn't cause problems nowadays?
Well, me talking to you, for example, it won't cause any problems. You're not going to remember any of this.
Hey.
How exciting for you. What's next? I would say, who of the group, other than Becca, do you trust the most?
Harvey.
Would you trust him with your life?
Yes,
Do you think he would trust you with his?
certainly.
If there was one person within what you would call the crew that you think, in your opinion, adds nothing, certainly doesn't deserve to be there,
He's not leading you, Jordan.
who would that be?
Are you talking the crew as in Mist as a whole, or who exactly are we talking about?
Well, I don't exactly, well, me as truth, don't see Mist as anything certainly relevant. If it ends up being that way, well, so be it. But currently, no. I mean, not Mist. Those who are more active in the things that you do.
Could you give me like the list of people? I don't think I understand.
I can't say players. That would make any sense for you. No. Becca, Harvey, you. I would say. I suppose I could add. What's her name? Mallory to that. Elias, Hosea. What else might that be? No, I think that's kind of about rounds it out.
Let's see.
If there was one person in that group that you think does more harm than good,
More harm than good.
being with you. I certainly have my opinions on who has causes far more problems for you than others.
I will say Hosea at this point. There was a time I probably wouldn't have, though.
Why is that?
He used to be useful.
And now,
With his whole self-righteous repentance thing, it's caused a lot of issues that did not need to be caused.
yes, I certainly have my fair share of people I have encountered or know about who certainly are a bit self-righteous. And I think that's a detriment.
I do too.
Of course. Now, I presume to know the answer to this question, but excluding Becca, is there anyone that you would die for?
Harvey.
Do you think you would do the same?
No, and I wouldn't expect him to.
Or not? Is that not the type of person he is?
I think he would try.
He would try but fail?
Well,
Or you wouldn't let him?
I wouldn't let him.
That sounds about right. Now, how do you feel about Necro being banished?
It theoretically should solve a bunch of issues. In practice, it creates a lot of issues.
Now, it probably solves a bunch of issues for other things, but for you in particular and your band of, I don't want to say misfits, that's too nice a word.
Theoretically, without Necro there, we shouldn't be getting targeted. However,
you had Necro to begin with.
and I have great feeling that no matter what, we're still going to be thrown into unfortunate situations because the gods made us.
Well, I would also say that Becca's certainly not helping in that matter. Without Necro, yes, you should be out of all of this, but the constant pushing against that.
Becca's mental state needs to be brought under control somehow. Necro was doing it, and because Necro was doing it, nobody knew how bad it was, so yes, it will take time, and unfortunately, time we don't seem to have.
No, not in a world where time is. Ironically, I would say the part of the world working the least.
Too many time machines for anything to be going correctly on that front.
No, not anytime soon, for that matter. This may sound odd, but I do hope you get that back. And he doesn't cause any more problems.
That would be the best case scenario.
But of course, as we all know,
Nothing would go right.
and the story must go on. Well, I think this was very informative, and ironically, you have been one of the more cooperative of the people I've communicated with.
No point in resisting.
It's a bit interesting that it's very interesting that the Eternal Crew is the one to be a lot more communicative to me. You don't know what that means. Anyway, again, you're not going to remember any of this, but thank you for joining me, Luke Ward. May we never meet again.
Please.
And thank you for watching. Goodbye.